Hey, it's you! Slate said you're blasting off of your ship today. I'm really excited to see the launch. Aren't you gonna go into space? Aren't you? You better not have changed your mind. You better be. It's been forever since anyone launched into space. I really want to see it. Really bad. Hey, you want to try out my model ship? Slate said it's just like the real thing, only less likely to start a fire. Hey, it's you! Slate said you're blasting off of your ship today. Aren't you gonna go into space? Aren't you? Try to land on one of the geyser pools. Show me what you've got. What a landing! I guess that's why Slate lets you fly the real thing, huh?
Hey yo, hatchling! I hear you're leaving us to seek adventure amongst the stars. When you return, let's, you, me, and Gosson, open up a bottle of the good stuff. Another metaphor ruined in the name of scientific accuracy. And nevertheless, I do hope you enjoy your travels. Good luck. Oh, the astronaut returned. Tell me, what can I do for you? I'm hoping to teach Esker to tap trees next time they return from the Atoll Rock. If they'll bring me lunar sap, I can attempt moon wine. Oh, the astronaut. Tell me, what can I do for you? I've just finished sealing up another batch of sap wine for aging. That's why there are so many bottles labeled structural collapse and house fire.
You're actually blasting off in that thing, huh? Alright, please. Hey, what can I do for you? Of course, I'll be watching from a safe distance, obviously, and mostly to make sure nothing catches fire. But, hey, what can I do for you? Only constantly. You learn to live. You also learn to sleep with a bucket of water next to you.
So, it's launch day, huh? Al's gonna miss it. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it, and the platform those ships launch from is getting old. Is it about time you built a new, less flammable one? That big tree in the village would be the perfect choice. I wouldn't mind helping out the space program. Just say the word. Oh, really? Well, maybe someone needs to get pulled yourself. The big one. That tree is if you swing by.
Hello there, Space Cadet. I hear you're leaving the crater today. If you meet any of the other travelers up there, remind them to take proper care of their instruments, won't you? Oh, sure, I made all of their instruments, you know. Let me see, there's Churt's drums, Rybeck's banjo, and Feldspar's harmonica, of course. Anyway, you hear music in space. That'll be one of the space program's other travelers. If you feel like company, you can always pull out your signalscope and track them down. Trouble is, so, did you need something? It's questions like that what make us worried about you going up into space on your own, you know. The observatory is up the path behind the waterfall. There are a couple of signs marking the way, but really you just keep going on and then hook a right when you get to the zero-G cave.
Hello, astronaut. We wanted to play hide and seek, but Moraine won't let us borrow their signal scope because it's really delicate and not supposed to be thrown around like that. Hey, can we use your signal scope? Can we please? We'll even let you be it. Woo! Okay, here are the rules. Lena and me will hide with these radios, and you'll use your signal scope to find us. Last one to be found wins. Okay, close your eyes and start counting. Thanks. I want thanks.
Fish and salt, what are you up to? Oh, them? I'd bet to death. Not that I've caught anything.
Astronaut! You know the patch of ghost matter inside this fence? Gosson said it used to be bigger when they were a hatchling, because ghost matter evaporates. It just takes a super long time to go away. I hope there's still ghost matter in the village when I'm a grown-up. Ghost matter is awesome. Yeah, I heard touching it hurts so bad, it feels like your whole hand's on fire. Try not to walk into any in space, okay? That sounds bad and painful.
Danger! Inside this fence is a pocket of ghost matter, a strange and dangerous substance that's invisible to the naked eyes. The good news is that you can detect ghost matter with a camera. Moving through ghost matter is uniquely painful and will probably kill you. Don't complain to me if you hurt yourself fooling around. Hornfells.
Oh, hello, astronaut. This is good weather for your launch, right? That's lucky. I'm using my signal scope to pick up sounds from distant planets. It's set to the Outer Wilds frequency so I can pick up the Traveler's music. Last night I heard Rybek's banjo coming from Brittle Hollow. I hope that means you're safe. I can hear different planets too. It depends on what time of day or night it is, since different planets are in the sky at different times. Signal scopes are cool. Hello again. There are. My signal scope is set to the Outer Wilds frequency, so I'm listening. Last night I can hear different signals. Hello again. I'm concerned Mayor
I saw smoke coming from Youngbark Crater up north, and figured I should go check it out. You can use the scout launcher, just please don't break it while I'm gone. Check.
Come say hi to your old flight coach before your launch. I've got zero-G training set up if you want a refresher. Gossip. Hey, I thought I might see you before the big launch. Nerves getting the better of you? Hey, don't worry about it. Your nerves are between you, me, and the vast and... But really, you'll do fine out there. I'd worry more about that ship if I were you. Hopefully that lunatic's... So listen, there's a satellite, which is definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment, set up down in the zero-G cave and in need of repairs. If you're looking for a little last-minute zero-G practice, cool. What's the holdup? You just need to maneuver...
Hey, nice of you to drop down. So, you're going in there, in the cave. What? No, I'm fine. Great. Well, you know I hate that cave, so I don't know why you're making me talk about it. Now I've got hands.
Nicely done. Of course, it'll be a little more stressful when you're hurtling through space, but just remember your training, and try not to hit anything big. I can see you're itching to get off this rock, so go get the launch codes from the observatory and get out of here already. Best of luck out there. And hey, try to avoid getting yourself killed now that I've put so much time into training you. Got it?
Outer Wilds Ventures, Timber Hearth's first and only space program, was founded to explore the farthest reaches of our solar system. Feldspar was the first Hearthian to be intentionally launched into space. They completed the first orbit around Timber Hearth and, later, made the first of what would be many landings on our moon, the Outer Rock. Outer Wilds Ventures founding members, clockwise from the top left, Hornfels, Gossip, Slate, and Feldspar.
Hey, it's my favorite astronaut. Launch day at last, huh, buddy? It's the translator tool's inaugural flight, too. I'm so excited it's making me nauseous. Just think, you'll be able to translate any Nomai text you want, anywhere you are. The two of us put a lot of hours into inventing that tool, so don't break it, okay? Oh geez, do not break it. Ugh, ignore me, okay? I'm just nervous. And I'm not even the one going into space. How are you feeling? Ah, don't let me make you nervous. You've been training for this day since we were hatchlings, remember? You'll do great, I promise. So what's the dirt? You here to see the new Nomai statue? You haven't heard? Gabbro brought it back with them from Giant's Deep, and Hornfels just finished prepping it for display. This is it right here. Neat, huh? Makes me wish we could see what a real-life Nomai looks like, but I guess this is as close as we'll ever get. Check it out, looks like they had fur. Fur is weird. This is the first fully intact statue ever found, you know? And for how old it is, it's in great shape. Ah, geez, I got a little carried away there. Go on, you have a ship to launch. Take care of yourself out there, you hear?
This remarkably intact statue was carved by the Nomai, an ancient species who dwelled in our solar system thousands of years ago. The statue provides us with our most detailed look yet at the Nomai, who appear to have been covered with a layer of fur. Note the decorative jewelry that has been carved as part of the antlers. Although their artifacts and structures have been found on almost every planet in this solar system, we still have no idea where this species came from or what happened to them. These pieces of Nomai writing were essential to deciphering their unique language. Although this text is linear, Nomai text often branches off from a certain point. Interestingly, each branch tends to be written by a different author.
We're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction, and she says calibrating the device won't take long.
Fortunately, the Outer Rock's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple. After all this time, I'm thrilled to finally resume our search.
Aside from the dwellings and structures they built, the Nomai also made art. This decorated pottery was discovered on Brittle Hollow. Some ancient Nomai art depicts strange animals, foreign celestial objects, and other subjects that can't be found in our solar system, which makes us wonder whether the Nomai originated elsewhere in the universe or simply had vibrant imaginations. Were the Nomai born in our solar system, or were they born among other stars and planets? And if they were, how and why did they come here? These are just some of the questions we hope to answer through further xenoarchaeological expeditions. What you see here are parts of the Nomai skeleton. We can tell from their skulls that they possessed antlers and, quite unusually, only 3 eyes. The Nomai body was most likely adapted for living exclusively on land. The differences in the Nomai anatomy, such as their shockingly fragile bone structure, show us that Hearthians couldn't have descended from Nomaian ancestors. It's not clear where the Nomai originated from, or why they disappeared. We hope to find more clues to this puzzle as we explore our solar system. The Nomai technology brought back from space by our astronauts has been a great boon to Outer Wilds ventures, allowing us to modify expedition gear in exciting and useful ways. For example, the Little Scout now boasts a warp retrieval capability that allows astronauts to recall their scouts almost instantly. This has dramatically reduced the number of scouts lost to the depths of space. This crystal was taken from a Nomai rune on Brittle Hollow. It seems to create a local gravity distortion, and was most likely used to traverse steep surfaces. Try it out. This anglerfish specimen was found attached to the landing gear of one of our ships that flew close to dark bramble. It appears well suited to living in dark places with minimal atmosphere. Stars like our sun generate light and heat by fusing hydrogen into helium. As it grows older, the star runs out of hydrogen and starts to contract. As the star's core contracts, it gets hotter, causing the outer layers to expand. The star has become a red giant. When the core is hot enough, it starts to fuse helium into carbon. If a star is massive enough, it will continue to fuse carbon into even heavier elements like iron. Ultimately, the star will collapse under its own gravity and then explode in a violent event called a supernova. Based on Chert's observations, this will one day be the fate of our own sun. Watch closely. These balls move on their own. The ground is perfectly level, so what do you think causes this spooky motion? The answer is the moon. As it orbits our planet, the outer rock's gravity pulls on objects from different directions. In fact, it's pulling on you right now. The radio tower here on Timber Hearth was built to receive transmissions from our deep space satellite, and to this day still houses the first ever photos taken of the entire solar system. These photos were made possible by the deep space satellite's unusual vertical orbit that carries it high above and below the plane of the solar system. Thanks to a recent upgrade, the deep space satellite is now responsible for generating the real-time solar system map used by our newest astronauts. The strange rock moving around in this grotto appears to react to conscious observation. The level-headed among us realize there must be some sort of optical illusion at play, but Gabbro claims that the rock exists in all possible states until it is observed, whatever that means. Whatever is actually happening, both sides of this debate agree the effect is extremely creepy.
Hornfels observations. This is incredible. At first I thought the points of light in this image were stars, but they're not. They're galaxies. And this image covers just a tiny patch of the whole sky, which means the universe contains at least 1,000 times more galaxies than we previously imagined. I think I need to sit down. In fact, the farther away a galaxy is, the faster it appears to be moving away. It's almost as if the entire universe is expanding. But if that's true, was everything closer together in the past? And how far back can we extrapolate? Did the universe have a beginning? There you are. I just finished pre-flight observations and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground. And you'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with a Nomai translator tool. I confess I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai. You and Hal should be very proud of your work. Tell me, what's your plan once you're in space? I might have guessed as much. No sense in making a translator tool if you're not going to use it to translate anything. We've barely scratched the surface of the Nomai writing in our solar system, so we still know very little about them. We've no idea if they originated here, or traveled here, or why they disappeared. That tool of yours should prove indispensable in solving the mystery of this ancient species. Well then, looks like all that's left is to send you off. All in all, it's a fine day for a launch. Excellent. You'll be needing the launch codes then. Here they are. Best get off the ground before Slate makes any more modifications to your ship, eh? Good luck out there. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Hello again. Was there something you needed? Well, let's see. Chert is on the Hourglass Twins, Rybeck is on Brittle Hollow, and Gabbro is on Giant's Deep. And there's Feldspar, obviously, but of course we don't know where they are, or if they're even still alive.
Feldspar has been lost for a very long time, I'm afraid.
Was there something you needed? Feldspar was one of the 4 founding members of Outer Wilds, along with our flight coach Gosson, Slate the engineer, and me. As ground control and later the museum curator, I didn't work with Feldspar as closely as Slate and Gosson did. I can tell you Feldspar was absolutely fearless, though. Nothing scared them. Test-piloted everything Slate ever built. It's a wonder Feldspar lived to see space, frankly, but they did. Flew all sorts of dangerous stunts and explored everything they could find. And then one day, they just didn't come back. We don't know what happened or where Feldspar went, or even whether they're still alive. It's been a long time since they left. Was there something you needed? Take care.
Hey, so did you get a good look at that Nomai statue? Whoa, the statue was doing what? So its eyes opened, and then you saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around? You mean like a hallucination? Listen, no offense, but are you sure you're okay to launch? Like, medically speaking? I mean, if you're saying it happened, then I guess maybe it did. But why? Hornfels tried everything to get the statue's eyes to open, and nothing like this ever happened to them. I don't think you're going to get any answers from the museum statue, but Gabbro said they were going back to Giant's Deep. Don't know which island they're on, though. Maybe they'd be able to tell you more? On the other hand, Gabbro's, Gabbro. So maybe you'd be better off searching for more info on your own. Geez, now I'm really jealous you're going into space. Hey, see if you can use our translator tool to find out more about the statue, okay? Good luck and safe flying.
Hello, astronaut. Are you going into space today? Are you going into space and never coming back like Feldspar did? Yeah, Hornfels says Feldspar went into space and didn't come back. Hornfels says Feldspar was the best pilot ever, but no one knows what happened to them. Hornfels says that too. But if Feldspar disappeared, you might disappear too, right? You are not as good as Feldspar, so you should really be careful not to get lost.
Oh, hey, it's you. Ground Control didn't tell me you were launching. Long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. The lunar outpost saw more traffic back when our ships were less sophisticated and needed more frequent repairs. Nowadays, it's mostly used to keep a set of eyes on things. Sometimes Chert comes by to say hi, but Gabbro's Gabbro, and you know how Ryback feels about unnecessary spaceflight. Don't go. Anything else you wanted to ask? A little. I'm in touch with Ground Control. Warfields and Gossip mostly. And they radio up to chat now and then. And when Ground Control forgets I'm up here, and they usually do, I launch my little scat at the village. I don't blame them. For one, I don't check in as often as the other travelers, since I'm always in one place. And it's not so bad up here, really. At least it's peaceful and quiet. You don't always get that in our solar system. Let alone in our village. Don't go. Anything else you wanted to ask? Probably. Or actually, definitely. The other travelers carry instruments, so they don't bother whistling. You can pick up their music with the signal scope, you know. Best spot for that is the North Pole. Great reception. The North Pole was marked in red on your mini-map, but the outer rock is a pretty small moon, really. Just go north. You can't miss it. Don't go. Anything else you wanted to ask? Ha ha. Very funny. Oh, stars above, you're serious, aren't you? That's just depressing. Welcome to the Lunar Outpost, which apparently the space program doesn't bother to teach anyone anymore. When we first started Outer Wilds, travelers used to bring their ships here all the time for repairs. Our spacefaring technology has improved loads since then, but the older ships tended to fall apart a lot, like more than they do now. Using the outpost cut down on the number of launchings and landings taking place in the village, and also the number of fires. Nowadays, though, it's mostly just me up here raising saplings from timber hearth and keeping an eye on things. Don't go. Anything else you wanted to ask? Heh. Marl's probably the only one who remembers I'm up here. I should go see the big look soon. Don't tell them about this, but sometimes I'll throw my little scout down to make sure Marl isn't doing anything stupid. Or the big tree in the village wouldn't stand a chance otherwise. Don't go. Anything else you wanted to ask?
I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator, and it can hear and follow the signals from the sun, Giant's Deep, and Brittle Hollow. However, something strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye signal. The device's indicator rotates wildly and never points to just one direction.
This is a curious result. It's possible the AI has stopped calling out its signal.
I see. I most likely calibrated the locator incorrectly. Privet, my apprentice, and I will make adjustments and try again. An update. Disappointingly, everything is correctly calibrated after all.
It saddens me to posit this, my friends, but I believe this locator cannot detect the eye's signal. We would need to build a more sensitive device if we want to locate the eye of the universe.
Then we will build it. Don't lose hope, Kazava. Our search for the eye is what brought our clan to this place. We won't give up so easily.
Wow. I've seen this ruin in other travelers' pictures, but seeing it for myself, it's really old, isn't it? But wow, this is the coolest day of my life. Okay, time for some official notes. So this is some kind of nomai locator. It can point out to different planets, which is incredibly cool, by the way. But from what little I can understand of the writing here, I think it was built to try to find something specific? I'm not sure. I was also able to translate something about the South Pole of Brittle Hollow, so I'll fly there to see if I can learn more. Yep, just gotta get back in the old ship and take off. Totally safe. Mostly safe. Oh, stars above.
Where should this new, more sophisticated locator be built? It may need to be larger than this eye signal locator is.
The southern glacier on Brittle Hollow has ample available space. I could construct a new building to house this proposed locator.
Yes, let's build there. I imagine our young friend Kanoi would enjoy that immensely. He's always held a great interest in the eye, especially for a child born so long after the crash.
Anona and those of us originally stranded on Ember Twin built a quantum moon locator there, but the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. I wouldn't recommend building on that planet.
Where should...
I will begin construction on Brittle Hollow South Pole immediately, then.
Church research notes, property of Church. This is an old crater. The neat thing here is that the composition of the samples I took from the impact site matches the composition of the ice on the outskirts of Dark Bramble. I'd posit the outer rock was a piece of the planet that used to be where Dark Bramble now lies. To follow up on, maybe there are more fragments of the old planet Dark Bramble destroyed on other astral bodies in the solar system. Church, this is to follow up.
Eska's signal scope log. Day 48. Still not picking up Rybeck's banjo from Brittle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I'll feel better once I can hear their music. Day 51. Listen to Chirk play for a while today. Unrelated, someone should tell Porphy and Gosson their flirting is not subtle from an aerial perspective. Day 55. Banjo music coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Rybeck's doing okay. That oaf, I was worried. Day 63. Today I thought I heard something strange. I don't know, it was probably nothing. Day 70. No, it's back again today too. Something strange is coming from Timberhearth. Day 76. Okay, I know this is crazy, but the sound from Timberhearth sounds exactly like Feldspar's harmonica. But Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. It can't be them. Day 88. It's still here. This is creepy. Maybe my signal scope is broken? I better go talk to Nace. Hi again. Don't go. Anything else you wanted to ask?
Here? You did it. I put the ship down safely. And the ship went down, and I didn't sustain bodily harm. A few minor repairs, and it's like the ship never even hit those rocks. One of my better attempts. Feldspar could spare. That's the good news. The bad news, I haven't found a way inside the structure yet. The door is broken, and I know I'm not great at exploring, but I think I would have found a different entrance by now if there were. I can't get inside from here, but I know there are paths below the surface. I'm going to head north to the ruins on the equator to see if I can try to find a way down.
solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't laugh, but I think I might have just, like, died somehow. Do you remember, you know, dying a few minutes ago, maybe? Okay, cool, that's what I thought. It was all way too vivid to be a dream. I tried radioing board fellows and asking them if they had died too, but I thought I was being all metaphorical. Well, if you remember dying, then I guess I didn't just fall asleep and have a bad dream or something. I don't know what's going on though. Today's been weird. Like, I was on a different island earlier, right? I was on the beach looking at one of those big stone statues with a gnome on my head. Next thing I know, it's looking back at me, glowing. So I should replace everything I just done, like it's been watching me through my own eyes, you know? Suddenly it stops, and everything's normal again. You too, huh? Come to think of it, when I died, I saw what I'm pretty sure my memory's going backward, just like that time with the statue. I think the Nomai statues are related to us dying somehow? And another thing, we died, but we aren't dead? That's pretty unusual for Hearthians. I think, well, that's what's new with me, but hey, this is your first solo voyage. Let's talk about you, you know? How's space treating you? Well, or anything's doing here, really. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm out here exploring our solar system, same as you. I tell you what, outer space really gives you room to think. It's quiet and peaceful out here. I mean, usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes a cyclone comes by, lifts my little island paradise clean out of the water, then less peaceful. How's space treating you? Well, actually, after waking up from, you know, dying, I saw the same bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening up there in orbit around the planet. What else? You've been to Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it, seeing as it's the island where I found the glowing Nomai statue. Get it? It's on the beach on Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened, by the way. Nice beach for that kind of thing. Give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabber relaxation scale. If you feel like checking out Statue Island, it's the one with the 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected, anyway. You'll see. How's space treating you? I know, right? Oh, you meant like, tell me more about it. Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water. No surprises there. There's a strong current of waves beneath the surface that prevents anything from sinking below it. Seriously. Tried everything I could think of to get past that current, and neither idea worked. As for land masses, I counted 4 islands, including this one. There's also the one with that Nomai statue I saw on the beach. You seen the cyclones? Yeah, their heart's a mess. They'll toss up everything in their path, islands included. Little tip. You get picked up, try to land in water. Less likely to kill you. How's space treating you? That's a good question. It's definitely on this planet somewhere. I mean, unless a cyclone came by and tossed it into space, I guess. That'd be pretty nuts. It's not lonely. You ever stared at a cyclone for so long it started to hypnotize you? I'm telling you, they'll pull you in a trance if you look at them long enough. How's space treating you? Cool.